So, as you're probably aware, Fresh and Fit have been demonetized. They've been completely removed from the YouTube partner program. They cannot earn money on YouTube, whether that be video views, advertise. Well, I think they can still get sponsors, but they can't get super chats. For those of you that don't know, I think Fresh and Fit were in the top 3 highest earning channels. They were getting donations like crazy. You've seen their show, right? When they're talking to the people that watch them, $100, $500, $800, $100. It's just flying in. And they have this thing on their show where they only read super chats that are like upwards of 50 or upwards of 60 or whatever the number is. So they were raking in. So them being demonetized is a massive deal. Rumble does not have the infrastructure and just the general like layout of Rumble and the way it is for content creators. They won't make even a fraction of what they were making on YouTube. It's just not possible. YouTube's traffic and how many videos are uploaded to YouTube a day and how many people are watching on here is incomparable to everything. The only thing that has more searches than YouTube is the parent company, which is Google. So this is a massive blow to them. Now, I've seen a lot of people celebrating that they've been demonetized. I'm not one of those people. I don't think they should have been demonetized. As much as I don't like some of the things they say and the things they do, especially recently of the Aberrant Preach thing, I still don't think they should have been demonetized. I do think there should be maybe some action could have been taken against them, but taking away their livelihood like this, I don't think is okay, especially when YouTube allows some serious monsters on their platform. Like we'll talk like the Josiah Mizukami. We've had people like EDP have been able to make money on YouTube for a long time. We've had people that are showing children very depraved things that are monetized on YouTube. So if you look at all the sick things that are on YouTube and the fact that they can make money, I mean, that Chinese guy was showing his whole butt crack, right? Set 26 million people to see. Not behind anything. Children can watch that. There's loads of things on YouTube that are quite sickening. So on that basis alone, I think it's wrong that they've been demonetized.
What did they do?
So a lot of people think they were demonetized for the way they talk to women and the things that they say about women. And of course it was not that. They've been doing that for a long time. YouTube weren't going to just demonetize them unless they, I don't know, smacked a woman on camera or something crazy like that happened, which didn't happen. The reason that they've been demonetized, I think it's a build-up of things. I think that Fresh and Fit put themselves on YouTube's radar initially when they started sending out copyright strikes to other channels that were covering their content.
The haters tried to kill us. Over 30 plus YouTube channels made videos like slandering our name, whatever it is. Now they're mad that there's consequences of actions, bro. Y'all are not going to be able to run around and drag our name in the mud with, you know, falsely without some kind of recourse, bro. Like, that's just not the way the world works. What we're going to do is we're going to go behind the scenes, get the legal people to do it for us, and then they're going to hit you guys where it really hurts your pockets, okay? You make a hit piece on us, we're going to hit you back, but legally.
Can you ask why these clowns tried to take down Abba and Preach with fake DMCA strikes?
What?
Basically, we have a lot of people that talk about us on the internet, and some of it is slander, some of it is defamation, and using our content in their videos, and we're like, okay, cool. We've waited out for a while for you to stop. You're still doing it. So, you know what? Cool. Now we're going to take legal action against you because obviously you're attacking our character and our integrity. So at that point, hey, it's all fair game.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Like the way we do, we react to videos. Most of the videos, us talking. It's not of their content. We take snippets of it and then we talk for the majority. What Fresh and Fit were doing is people like us or people like Aberrant Preach or other React channels were reacting to their stuff, and then Fresh and Fit didn't like the way people were reacting to them, and so they were sending DMCA strikes, which are basically strikes against the channel, and that hurts the livelihood of other YouTubers, which in turn is exactly what has happened to them, right? Their livelihood has been hurt. So that was the first thing, in my opinion, that caused them to go up on YouTube's radar. The second thing is once they were on YouTube's radar, YouTube was paying a lot of attention to what was going on. There was a lot of crazy things that happened on Fresh and Fit. People showing up, guns being pulled, people being attacked, right? Men and women. So there's that. And they had been getting like weekly bans for some time. Still don't think they should have been demonetized. A weekly suspension is fine. And then more recently, they have been pivoting into conspiracy theory debates, right? They've had Nick Fuentes on their podcast, who is an open racist. They did what they did with Aberrant Preach, where they were making monkey sounds and they were jumping around, which was some of the wildest shit I've ever seen from that. I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy shit on Fresh and Fit, right? We've been watching it for a long time. That was so left field and out of pocket that, of course, some repercussions were going to come from that. Abba and Preach kind of called it, right? They nuked their own channel.
Yo, Preach is like a. It looks like a monkey.
You should see him build momentum. What the?
Yo, every time this thing, I got a problem with you.
Imagine them. Yo.
Nigga looks like a monkey.
Preacher's over there looking like McGilligrill and Donkey Kong having a baby.
Like, what's going on? Preach like uses his head. Look
No, reach, stop, reach, listen to me.
that these dudes have been talking shit for years. And I think the thing is that they've been kind of coasting on is you got to fight fire with fire.
And we're going to be nice guys. We're going to toss your salad, Abba. Bro, no.
We got some accessories here. Okay. I got some apples and peaches here, as y'all can see. Okay. Some grapefruit.
Yeah.
Then we also
Apples
got
and peaches.
some milk as well.
Have you seen how Reach goes clubbing? He clubs the bitch over there like a fucking caveman. Yo, Reach, I don't even believe in this theory, but you gotta evolve. Whoa. You gotta evolve, bro. No. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'm half black.
Wow, man. Welcome to Fresh and Fit, motherfucker. We don't give a fuck.
So I don't think that particular thing was the end. What I think was the end was they had people like Ryan Dawson on, Nick Fuentes. They were talking a lot about 9/11, about conspiracies, about people that you know you'll get in trouble for talking about. Now, my problem is I do believe in free speech. I stand by free speech as much as I don't like what Fresh and Fit say and some of the content they put out. I still think they have a right to say these things on the internet. The problem is that all of us are kind of like employees of YouTube, right? We operate on their platform. We have to stick to their rules. My issue with that is that no one knows what YouTube's rules are, right? Remember when we got a strike the first time, we had to protest it. We got a strike because we covered something that was already on YouTube that hadn't gotten a strike, that had 1 million views. Remember?
This is the thing, though. A lot of people have been reporting them and their content. Maybe they've just had too many, reports, or maybe they're covering things that YouTube cannot allow. I don't know. Are we not going to find out the actual reason? Have they not disclosed it?
YouTube never really tells people why what happens to their channel happens. People have had their whole channels wiped out and YouTube won't tell them. And I do not know why YouTube does that. It's really baffling to me. It's not that I don't think Fresh and Fit should be punished for some of the things that they've done, but if you don't tell people what they've done is exactly what they did, then they can't really look at it and be like, okay, we can't do that anymore. We'll stop doing that. I think it's pretty obvious what they've done. If you have people like Sneako on, who has been demonetized and deplatformed, you have people. Yeah, he doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore.
No.
Yeah, he's only on. I think he's only on Rumble.
I don't know that.
So Sneako has been deplatformed. Nick Fuentes has been deplatformed. And then you go on Rumble, you put on the KKK hood, you start doing the Nazi salute and calling Preach a monkey and that.
Let's see if Pearl still. You have to wear that too.
Yeah, of course. How am I going to break this down if I'm not in my proper attire as a race?
Bro.
All right, can you move over a little bit?
Okay, moving over.
Fucking change.
You see out of that, you fucking sand nigga.
But it's okay.
White supremacist sand nigga.
Shut up. Bro, you're the worst of the worst. You eat dogs and you kill people as a black guy. And an Asian.
Yeah, true.
Hey, hold on, pause right. This nigga right here is funny. He's funny, this nigga.
I don't condone this N-word.
Oh.
Shut up, you Albanian fat. Keep running the clip, you chink. No, keep running the clip. Who's that weird nigga that can't speak? Who's that? He black as hell. Bate, man. Yeah, let's keep going.
I fucking preach. I wear those for fun.
Holy shit, who's this gay nigga here with the red? What the fuck is going on? What in tarnation fucking pussy shit is that?
I know that preach.
Mad respect to minorities. What the fuck? Stop! What? I want to get another.
After everything that they did, it's hard to, I don't want to say feel sorry for them, but be surprised
Yeah.
that this has happened.
Play silly games, win silly prizes.
Yeah.
But do you not think that there's a possibility that they could get it back? Like, if they dispute it, YouTube might change their mind? Or is it once this is done, it's done? Like, the others clearly haven't managed to get something else back. Like,
No.
what if they made a new account?
I don't think you can, I think that might get the, because their account still exists, right? They can still operate on YouTube, they just can't make money.
Yeah, but if they make a new account to make money.
That's ban evasion, and if you do that, both channels will be wiped off the platform, so you will cease to exist.
But if you're not making money, there's no point even posting anymore.
Well, no, because they still have an influence. They can still make money on Rumble. It's just going to be a fraction of what they were making.
No,
before.
but on YouTube.
Well, the thing is that if you post on YouTube for a certain period of time and tell people we're not going to be here for very long, please come and subscribe to our Rumble, they'll still get more subscribers going over.
Course.
So it's good that they're still going through with that. They didn't nuke their channel, so Fresh If It is still on YouTube. You can still watch their content. They just can't make money on it. I just don't know if it's the right call. But then I'm also not surprised. It does feel like when the Abba and Preach thing happened, and then they also had Nick Fuentes on the podcast at one point. There was a bunch of black women around him, and they were all saying, "Say the N-word, say it." And Fresh and Mara, they're laughing away, and I'm like, does no one see what's happening here?
Hey, what you got?
You want me to say it?
Yes.
Is anyone gonna hit me if I say it?
No. Let's go. 2 hours. Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right.
But then this is where the argument of free speech gets blurred, right? Because we are operating on YouTube's platform, so I don't know where to really sit on it. I feel like even if it was like Ethan Klein, for example, I don't like the things he says. Maybe one day he does something outrageous and he says something crazy. Do I think he should be demonetized? I don't know. I don't think so. As much as I don't like Fresh and Fit, as much as I don't like the Red Pill space, I don't know if this was the right move, but I don't think it's the end for their channel. I think it will hurt them significantly. But because their channel wasn't wiped off of the platform, there might be a chance that they can get remonetized. Because Steven Crowder has had his monetization taken away 100 times and he's come back. I think the more recent one was like the final nail in the coffin, but Fresh and Fit might be able to make money on YouTube again one day. We'll have to see how they deal with it with YouTube, but no one knows what's going on really, but we can kind of guess based on what's happened. I do think that it was a little bit cringy that Myron came on and basically he didn't cry, but he got very like teary and emotional. And well, I'll play you the clip so you can see for yourself.
Don't, because I'm an emotional person and I'll start to feel bad for Myron, even though,
Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. I wanted to just move the studio, surprise you guys. Yo, new studio. It's lit, right? But dude, there is a matrix, man. Like, I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too.
See, that's one thing that I don't, before we get to the part where it gets emotional, I don't like it when people do that. I understand that there's elites and there's people that control things and whatever, but this is like, take some accountability for your behavior. You did act out of pocket. You cannot be surprised if everyone at YouTube headquarters was sitting there looking at each other sideways when you put a KKK hood on and started gallivanting around the table, taking the piss out of a black man. You were literally being racist.
he's obviously put himself on a pedestal.
This is the accountability podcast, right? This is holding people, keeping them accountable, making sure they take accountability for their actions. And now you're just blaming it on the Matrix. I mean, it's not to say that there's not elites, like we said, but people also do stupid shit, and I think Fresh and Fit put their foot right in it.
Yeah.
They could have continued with their debates that they were having, or their back and forth with Abba and Preach, because YouTubers have drama all the time, but they took it to a whole other level. Does it still fall under free speech? Yeah, it does. But as a company, if you, how do you handle that, right? That looks really bad on the company if you've got a guy simulating ape sounds, taking the piss out of a black man, and you as the company are just sitting there allowing it to happen, allowing them to make money. I don't agree. If the reason is for them having Ryan Dawson on and Nick Fuentes, I don't agree that they be taken down for that, because even though those guys were deplatformed, I don't think the rules explicitly state they can't appear on YouTube on other YouTube channels. But the racist shit, why is anyone surprised? Putting it on the Matrix is a bit of a cop-out to me.
I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro, because we put our lives into this, you know. We didn't miss a day, honestly. It's tough.
Fresh is like, fuck, man, my meal ticket. The people have been calling that part really corny and whatever. For me, I struggle to feel sorry for them, even though I don't fully sit in the camp of they should have been demonetized. I struggle to feel sorry for them, not because of the things they've said to women, not because of their conspiracy talk, not even because of the racist stuff was pretty far, but it's mainly, for me, because they tried to affect the livelihood of other YouTubers when people were going after them. There were multiple people that had copyright strikes or DMCA claims against them. Multiple. And if those had gone through, those would have affected the livelihoods of all of those YouTubers. To get a strike off your channel is, once you get 3, you're out. That's it. Channel's gone. Everything you worked for, gone.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the sad part about it, is when you've put so much into something and you do, like you were saying, he probably feels like he's really made an impact on a lot of people's lives. So I can get it. I can get how it feels. Like we're not that big on this channel, but if it got taken down, would I be upset at how much hard work we've put into it this past year? Of course I would. So imagine how he feels with something, a whole career and lifestyle he's built up for himself, how much he thinks he's done for other people, for it to just be sort of taken away from you. That's deep.
Oh, I completely
understand. Your whole career done,
yeah, I understand why he's upset. I get
Yeah.
it. And I can understand the panic that he must have felt when he got that notification. But, they've always had difficult conversations on the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? Or uncomfortable ones. Or maybe even, you could even say degrading ones. But I struggle to get past the racism thing and the going after other people's livelihoods as well. And now it's happened to you. And if somebody attacked our channel, right, because they didn't like the things we were saying about them, we weren't being defamatory, right? We weren't being racist or whatever. And then we got a strike on it and it affected our livelihoods, right? You would struggle to feel sorry for them if they got taken down. So I get why people are not really feeling too bad for them.
Like that. And I want to say this too, and I want to bring attention to this. Last week, when I told you guys about, my experiences and what I used to do professionally and how, I was a former federal agent with Homeland Security Investigations. And one of the duties that I had was, going after child traffickers and pedophiles and everything else like that. And crimes against children was something that we actively investigated.
Yeah.
And we arrested these individuals and put them in jail. And talking about the satisfaction I get from that, and how it's comparable, or if not even a little bit, it's comparable to the success. So the feeling of goodness I get from being on YouTube and helping you guys out and being able to reach, and people from different countries messaging me saying like, hey, you changed my life. Yo, you helped me make more money. Yo, you helped me get a date with a girl that I wanted to get. Or yo, you helped me with my marriage. Women even messaging me this. There's been a bunch of women that reached out recently that said, hey, you helped me with my marriage. You helped me understand men better. Me and my husband were able to have difficult conversations that we weren't able to have before because I simply didn't know what he was experiencing. So all of that, I say all that to say, when I was talking about that, obviously it was a fairly vulnerable moment. And the reason why I felt that way, because I tell you guys on a podcast all the time, you got to be stoic, you got to control your emotions, everything else like that. And you don't talk about your problems unless you're talking to your boys.
With the bros.
Right? Unless you're talking with the bros.
No,
well, guess what, guys? Each and every single one of you guys watching this podcast that supports us, you guys are fucking bros.
Literally.
That's why I spoke that way.
Yeah.
Because I felt comfortable talking like that to people that support us. When we're at our low, and I see all the chats coming in, I see all the support, all the guys saying, yo, we're with you. No matter where you guys go, we're going to follow you. We got you guys back. They can't cancel Fresh and Fit. They can't stop us. I was vulnerable because you guys are the bros. That's why I was able to be open like that. Now, with that said, obviously, right, it was a vulnerable moment, but I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, I'm human. I tell you guys not to be vulnerable with anyone else without anyone that you don't trust. And I trust y'all because you guys have our backs. So I have to return the favor and make sure that we got your back as well.
And what did the haters do?
Of course.
Once again, out of context, take that clip and they only highlighted, oh, don't they say to only show emotions with the bros? And it's like, dude, you guys are the bros. Like, there was no girls here. There was no girlfriend. No one of his girls he's dating. It's legit the boys.
No one was.
See, this shit pissed me off. They're talking to the internet, okay? Just the same way that all these other YouTubers that come on their videos and start crying over something are probably talking to their fan base, right? They've upset their fan base or something. They could say that's a cop out argument as far as I'm concerned. You put yourself on the internet. He wasn't crying, but he was choking up, right?
Fresh, he was holding it back. 100%.
Yeah, Fresh like he was crying. You put that shit on the internet, of course people are going to critique it. It's not a hater thing. I mean, they do it all the time. They critique everyone over everything. That shit's a cop-out to me. I mean, I get it. Then where else are they going to talk to all of the people that support them? I understand that. But you can't be like, oh, we were having a vulnerable moment with Just Start. Everybody's watching them. They're a massive podcast. People have been waiting for them to fall down for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. And it's happened now. What did you expect? I mean, if this happened to Ethan, if it happened to Logan Paul, if it happened to KSI, what do you think they would be doing? If KSI was on there crying or something.
Yeah.
They'd be taking the piss. So, like, you got to hold that L. I'm sorry. Again, I don't think Fresh and Fit should have been demonetized personally. But I'm also not surprised. So, I don't really have much more to add to it. Good luck to them. Anything you want to add?
Yeah.
Okay, add it then.
If you play with fire, you just might get burned.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.